So let's take a look at question 1. We've got 5, 8, 11, 14 and 17. What I first like to do is just write out the number of term each one is. So let's just call that our n. So this is our first term, this is our second term, this is our third term, this is our fourth term, and this is our fifth term. Now what we need to do is go ahead and just calculate the difference between each term. So between 5 to 8 we've got plus 3. Between 8 to 11 we've got plus 3. 11 to 14 we're adding 3. And 14 to 17 we're adding 3. Now because these are all the same, they're all plus 3, all we now need to do is just times our n by whatever this number here is, and it's 3. So we get 3n, so we're just timing 1 by 3 to get 3, 2 by 3 to get 6, 3 by 3 to get 9, 4 by 3 to get 12, and 5 by 3 to get 15. All we now need to do is look at our 3n and work out how did we get from 3n to our term. So here we're going from 3 to 5, so we had to add 2. Here we're going from 6 to 8, we're adding 2. 9 to 11, we're adding 2 again. 12 to 14, we're adding 2. And 15 to 17, we're adding 2. So all we have to do for our nth term then is we take our 3n and we just apply this operation here, so plus 2. So our nth term is 3n plus 2. So if we were to work out what the 10th term is, so that's when n equals 10, all we have to do is input it into where our n is. So we get 3 times by 10 plus 2, which just gives us an answer of 32. Moving on to our second sequence over here, we're just applying exactly the same procedure. So we first start by labelling our terms. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. All we now need to do is calculate the difference between each of the terms. So between 10 and minus 12, we are minusing 2. Between minus 12 and minus 14, again we're minusing 2. Minus 14 and minus 16, minusing 2. And minus 16 and minus 18, we're subtracting 2. Now again, because these are all the same, they're all minus 2, all we have to do is apply this to our n. So we're doing minus 2n. So we're just multiplying this top line by minus 2. So we get minus 2, minus 4, minus 6, minus 8 and minus 10. All we now need to do is work out how do we get from minus 2n to our term. So here we're going from minus 2 to minus 10, so we've had to subtract 8. Here we're going from minus 4 to minus 12, so we're subtracting 8 again. Minus 6 to minus 14, we're subtracting 8. Minus 8 to minus 16, we're subtracting 8. And minus 10 to minus 18, we're subtracting 8. So now again, because these are all constant, we found our nth term, so it's just minus 2n, and then this operation here, which is just minus 8. So if we were to find what the 10th term is, so that's when n equals 10, all we have to do is input it into our value of n. So we get minus 2 times by 10, minus 8. This just gives us minus 28.